What's up, everyone? It's me, Ivan, driving in the beautiful Atlanta traffic. Yay! So I decided might as well record this video because otherwise I'm not gonna have time tonight. So taking advantage of this slow as drive, there is one question that I've been asked plenty of times the past year and a half, and I think it's about time that I answer it. So what the hell happened between Geeks and Gamers and me? Am I still part of Geeks and Gamers? Do I have beef with Jeremy or anyone from Geeks and Gamers? Yada 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 yada. Trust me, I will answer all of those in this video. So first off, I want to say thank you so much to every single one of you that has been watching my videos recently. I never intended to start reacting to other content creators' stuff, and the response has been really good. Very cautious as well, because I've received a lot of messages that I'm going to get a night letter or that a bunch of fans from Ripa or the Critical Drinker or that sphere in general are gonna come after me. If that's the case, if they really get their panties hurt over me criticizing their work, well, that's gonna be pathetic and I'll be laughing a lot. So I guess bring it on, you know. But in all honesty, I don't have anything against the Drinker. I don't have anything against Ripa. I don't have anything against any of them. I wish him the absolute best. And I do disagree with the way they handle themselves. But I'll touch into that later. So let's not waste a lot of time like I'm wasting my time in the middle of freaking Atlanta traffic. And just answer the question that, you know, a lot of people have been asking. What the hell happened with Geeks and Gamers? Well, long story short, and I'm going to say it I'm going to say this story the way it happened, without any sort of animosity or anything, because I don't want anyone to misinterpret it and start spilling some drama or trying to cause any drama, because there's no reason for it. So this is the way it happened. I was during my transitional period from leaving my channel, because after re-editing The Last Jedi, I was so burned out from the community that became so toxic that I was just I'm out. But I was still doing a lot of things behind the scenes on Geeks and Gamers. I was editing some of their videos, like their Mario Kart videos and stuff like that. I was still very good friends with them. So everything was fine. I you know, everything was good. And then one day I came up with the idea to have an anime channel. And that's where my second channel, Weebs and Waifus, was created. Now, for some time, I don't know how long, I legitimately do not remember how long it was that I was, you know, working legitimately for Geeks and Gamers. I was editing their videos. And there was one time where Jeremy told me that he needed my editing skills somewhere else. He needed me to stop doing Weebs and Waifus to help him with his stuff. And I asked him what was going to happen to the channel of Weebs and Waifus, and he said he was going to close it down. And I said, no, let me have it. You know, if you're going to close it down, let me have it. And we went back and forth in terms of what we wanted to do and everything. And ultimately, he decided that he no longer needed my services. He no longer needed me. He was going to restructure Geeks and Gamers into something more efficient and more up his ideal. And having so many different channels and so many pies in the pot, or however you say that, was, it wasn't good for him. At the time, they were living in Orlando, and he was planning on like moving back home or something. So he decided, hey, I think I'm no longer going to need you to edit. So that's it. Like you're no longer going to be formally working with Geeks and Gamers. And I said, cool, that's fine. What are we gonna do with the channel of Weebs and Waifus? And he said, you know what? If you want, you can have it. You can keep it. I'll give you the ownership. I was like, cool, awesome, thank you so much. Ultimately, I did say, hey, you made this channel happen. It's yours. If you want it, you can have it. And he said, no, you keep it, which is something that I will always be thankful for, because I really legitimately love that channel. So I'm glad that he gave me the ability to keep it. During that conversation, and this is where the point that I wanted to bring up, because here is the second part of the video, I guess. Do I have beef with them now? And the short answer is not that I'm aware of. Legitimately not that I'm aware of. I am not chronically online. I do have a job. I'm a film editor, and I see many clients. I edit all day. So the last thing I want to do is edit videos. If you wonder why the film editor doesn't have very good editing or at all in his channel, is because I edit all day and I'm just tired. So I'm like, let's just shoot it one way straight with no cuts, because I just don't want to. So that's the reason why my editing absolutely sucks, or it's non-existent in my channel, because I have to use that energy for the clients that actually pay my bills. Anyways, so point is, I am not aware if there's any beef between them and I. As far as I know, there's not. Now, I did just put out 2 videos, one criticizing the Critical Drinkers movie and the other criticizing Ripa. And if there's a common denominator in the comments, is that apparently I'm about to get bombarded or assaulted by the army of the passionate fan base of that sphere. And I'm like, great. If that's the case, like I said, if that's the case, then I'm going to be laughing, because that's just pathetic. I'm not criticizing the person. I'm not saying, Ripa, you're a horrible person because you kill puppies and everything. No, I'm just saying your thing, the thing that you created, which now I know it wasn't him, it was the Saska sisters. So mostly it's a criticism to the Saska sisters, or in terms of the Critical Drinker, whoever directed it. I was pointing out, this is bad directing, this is bad editing, this is bad audio mixing. So it's a criticism to the work, not the person, to the work. So let's not get our panties wet over that, okay? Thanks. So anyways, with that said, I have no idea if those videos have ruffled any feathers. They might have. I wouldn't know. But again, I tried to make it clear that I have nothing against them. Nothing whatsoever. But this is where I wanted to bring back that phone conversation, the last phone conversation that I had with Jeremy. I told him, and I do want to share this with you guys, because I think it's very important for you to understand where I come from. I did mention that I didn't agree with the way they run or present themselves, right? And On that last conversation that I had with Jeremy, I told him, hey dude, just FYI, I want you to know that I was never friends with Jeremy the YouTuber. I was friends with you. So don't let your work consume you to the point that you stop enjoying things, please. Because I do miss my friend. And that's honestly the way I can describe how I feel specifically with Jeremy. I miss my friend. I think Jeremy and a lot of that sphere has focused so much on complaining and bitching about the enemy, the woke enemy, that they have forgotten how to enjoy things or how not to be their internet personas. They might be fantastic outside, I don't know, but based on the evidence and the treatment that I've gotten from them, I've gotten treatment not from a friend, but from a YouTuber. I've gotten talks to from a YouTuber, not from a friend. And that hurts. And I did tell him, dude, I miss my friend. Because I do miss my friend. And it sucks to like, I'm super happy that he's successful. I don't agree with the fact that he became successful by stirring up negativity and repeating the same buzzwords every video. So it's just like, dude, can we bring some nuance? Can we bring some positivity? And this is the one thing I'm gonna give him credit for. He has tried to do positive videos. He has tried, and every time he's tried to do a positive video, they don't pay the bills. Those videos do horribly. They absolutely do horribly. And because of that, he doesn't have any incentive to do positive stuff because he makes a living off of YouTube. So if the audience keeps asking for negativity, what do you think he's going to do if this is his livelihood? And I know he's very like self-aware, and he says it. Hey, I monetize my haters, you know. I am glad that the new Snow White movie is gonna fail because I'm gonna make a lot of money by just complaining about it. So he's 100% aware. Regardless, I still miss my friend. So yeah, I mean, I haven't spoken to him since. That was the last conversation I had with him. And I've texted him saying like, hey dude, what's up? Hey, I'm gonna be around town. Or if you're busy, if you're not busy, let's hang out. And I've received 0 replies. I've talked to other members of the team that I still feel like we're in good terms. And everything's like, you know, fine and dandy. But I think at this point it's safe to say that I highly doubt that they consider me still part of the team. And if they still consider me part of the team, well, that's good. But I honestly, at this point in my life, there was a time where I cared a lot to be part of Geeks and Gamers. I was like, dude, Geeks and Gamers is like one of my priorities to do and to be. But I feel like my perception, my understanding of life and things that I do and want to achieve are so vastly different than just than Geeks and Gamers can do, that at this point I'm just like, I couldn't care less if I am part of Geeks and Gamers or not. I honestly don't give a shit. What I do care about though is the people that I formed a legitimate bond with. Specifically talking about Jeremy, you know? Because he and I were like super good friends. So I couldn't care less about the internet drama or the anything. But I do miss my friend. Specifically him. Because, yeah, we went through the trenches, him and I. So So yeah, as far as I know, there's no beef. But if there is now beef coming from my criticism to the work of their friends, well, I guess I'm glad that we're no longer friends then, because a friend of mine wouldn't be so much of a bitch to do something like that. And yes, if you're watching this, Jeremy, then yeah, that is like to you and to your entire sphere of people. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the answer. I hope I've given you guys a closure or something. If you've tried to message me on Twitter, just know that my Twitter was hacked. I haven't had ability to use my Twitter, so you can find me now on Twitter as Ivan or Taco. I'll try to put a link on the comment section, so just FYI. But yeah, I still have the same Instagram. I still plan on doing more videos because I'm enjoying just overall interacting with you guys and just, you know, bringing something different to my channel that is always evolving, and I think that's good. I think it's good when a channel goes through phases, you know? I had my Star Wars phase, then I tried to do vlogger style of things, and, you know, but it's good to evolve, to do new things, to try new things, because otherwise we become stagnant. And that is just the opposite of what I want to do. Do the same thing over and over and over and over and over until I die, and the only thing that I have to show for at the end of my rope is I did one thing. So, thank you so much for listening to my rant. Hopefully I answered all of your questions. If I didn't, just put them in the comments down below. And yeah. Just FYI, I will be reacting to more stuff. A lot of you guys have been recommending me a shit ton of things, including behind the scene videos from the Yaira stuff. God. I can't wait. So yeah, it's interesting to see what I'm getting myself into, because goddamn, the rabbit hole is deep. All right. I hate you, Atlanta traffic. I really, utterly despise you. I'll see you later. Bye.